These ain't glorified gang or prison stories, man. These is lived experiences. Welcome back to the Swang Low Podcast Show, Do Rock Creep. It's an absolute pleasure to be back here at this round table amongst my round table family, man. Salute to everybody that is able to catch the live, man. We are live yet once again right here at the round table, so we're gonna give it a minute for everybody to jump in, a few more people to join. We don't, we ain't in no rush. Shout out to my beautiful woman, Miss Golden. I see you in the chat as always. It was definitely lovely having you on the show earlier. It had been a while since the last time you had made your beautiful debut on the show. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you was able to make it today. Allow the people to know that you got the golden hour coming soon. Hopefully the first drop will be this Sunday. That's what she announced to us, people. So, let's keep our fingers crossed that Miss Golden is able to deliver to us one of her beautiful, graceful videos. She taking us on, you know, away from the prison and gang stuff. We need to switch it up every now and then. You know what I'm saying? And she's been on the show with me a number of times. So y'all see her beautiful, warm, embracing character. She bring a different element to the show, man, just to keep it all honest. Because outside of the gang and prison stuff, it's also normal life too. You feel me? And she is as normal as they come, but very, very unique, very intelligent, has a crazy way of looking at the world and it making sense. Actually, if you just listen to her, take the time to listen to her. You feel me? She said, "Oh, she's driving like always." Yeah, what else is different? We know what you up to. Oh, and by the way, man, I'm gonna be going off camera periodically. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be doing this right here from time to time. However, I would definitely still be narrating, at my input. Really, man, this live is about my roundtable family, man. You feel me? You know, I wanted to come and spend a little bit of time with y'all, man. And shoot, anybody that wanna come, and be part of the team, be part of the roundtable family, man, you more than welcome. You're more than welcome, man. This is the getaway from the getaway. That's what I used to call it a long, long time ago when we first started doing this. Oh, let me turn this camera back on. My bad, y'all. But that's what I used to call it, like when we first started this, the getaway from the getaway. You know what I'm saying? And really, in all honesty, I had no true direction in where I wanted to take the show, although I had an idea, right? And definitely the formula has been the same as far as uh, um, what the real agenda is, of pushing in more of a positive direction, with stories to help along the way, to help people to see the mistakes that I made. You don't have to make. You feel me? Because the mistakes that I made was costly, which was basically bad decision making, man. Placing myself in the wrong places at the wrong times. Selectively, though, I selected to be in these places at these times. But being young minded and not very knowledgeable of how things were as a grown adult, an aging adult, just entering my early 20s. Okay, now is not the time for you to grow relaxed. Now is not the time for you to be hanging around in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Not working, smoking weed and drinking all day, every day. You know, terrorizing whatever neighborhood you in. Because Let's just keep it a buck. We all maneuver around throughout our sections like we built them streets, like we built them houses, you know, like we clean those streets, you know, we help elders with their groceries when they need helping and you know, help getting across the street, you know, making sure the kids in the community is safe. You know what I'm saying? You know, stuff like that, man. And we maneuver around like we really do that. Like we put in the work, you know, to be able to say like that's really ours. And we doing the complete opposite. Well, I know I did. Let me say me. I don't want to put it on nobody else. I don't want people, you know, I'm gonna say me. I did the complete opposite. You feel me? I was, you know, wasn't working, you know, drinking and smoking all day, in the streets all day, hoping and praying that I ran across anybody that wasn't, you know, of my community or friendly to it, just looking for trouble, begging for it. You know, when you put them type of spears into the atmosphere, that type of stuff really will pop up to you, man, in one way or another. You feel me? J Dub SGB, what's popping, Brody? Thank you for joining the live, man. Appreciate you as always. You feel me? You had a very interesting story earlier that you mentioned, that you brought up, you know, about your ethnicity, right? And that, you know, the treatment that you was getting, you know, from the Hispanic community or whatnot, right? Because of you was of mixed race, right? And I'm like, wow, man, it's crazy because you have some blacks that go through the same thing, believe it or not. If you're too light skinned, you feel me? You know, people be on you about it. If you're too dark, you feel me? Then they feel like extremely dark skinned people is tribalism. You feel me? And exclude off the top. They look at light skinned people like the best way to describe it is like albinos. You feel me? You really do have people like that. So I get it. You know, when you said that, I was like, that's crazy, man, to actually hear somebody of another race say that. You know, we deal with the same racisms. You know what I mean? We deal with the same hatred, the same, you know, treatment, you know, all that, bro. You feel me? But that's a topic that a lot of people try to stay away from because let's say you get to talking about it and it become a thing. Now and it's looked down on like you talking bad about these, you know, specific group of people or race. You feel me? Then they looking at you like you a race trader, but you're not. You just pointing out like, no, I'm not the one that traded on my race. My race is trading against me because I'm cut with something. You feel me? Why not embrace me as, you know, having both strengths of whatever I'm mixed with? You know what I'm saying? J Dub say it's true. You get no love being a green-eyed Mexican. Hey man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's wild. But you know, like I said, you know, it affects everybody in hatred and racism really don't know no color bounds. Period. We all have some type of um, you know, some type of racism consumed in us. Just keeping it real about something, about something. It may not be as extreme as a whole bunch of other people, but just keeping it real, man. We've tolerated jokes, even if we wasn't the ones that was making the jokes about a different race. You know what I'm saying? So if we tolerated it, we was part of the problem. if it wasn't addressed and that them people checked and corrected. J-Dub say all white people think I'm gray till they find out I'm Mexican. That's crazy. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, man. Hey, I bet they do, man. I bet they do. You feel me? And when they find out that you Mexican, you would think that they would want to embrace you even more, you know? I always looked at it and felt like, but then that could be a prejudice that I have because of I'm in prison, right? And I'm seeing like the whites and the Hispanics like this. You feel me? And um that's why I say, and I've always seen it like that, right? That's why I say, you know, you would think that that they would embrace you guys more, especially quicker than embracing one of us. You would think that. However, I'm not naive to the fact that y'all get just as much racism as we do too. You feel me? Which is why, and I know this, right, to be true, which is why it stuns me when Donald Trump was running for office, why so many of the Hispanics ran and supported Donald Trump, right? Put him into office only for him to turn around and he started with the Hispanic community. Of all people, the people that helped get this man into office. Had it not been for the Hispanic community, because y'all made up for a large percentage of the vote. And had it not been for y'all push for him, he would have never made it into office. No matter how much cheating he did, he would have never made it. That's just keeping it real, right? But y'all helped this fool get into office, I guess, with the hopes of being more acknowledged and embraced, right? By this, I guess, like uh, crossing over or something, I don't know, but trying to get more embraced by the white community, right? And it was the complete opposite effect. You feel me? And I've always tried to figure out like what could have inspired that movement. Because as things look right now, like we all are effed. Period. Y'all see what Donald Trump got going on, man. Hold up, cut that camera. Y'all see what Donald Trump. G Bravado, what's up, Brody? I see you. Send my love and respect to you as always. You feel me? Shout out to Oaktown, the Bay Area. Feel me? Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Oh, real. But yeah, man. Just trying to figure out, like, you know, with Donald Trump, putting his dude back into office, man. Like, how do as a Hispanic, how do you feel about you know what he did once he got into office, as far as the everything that he did with all the immigration stuff, the ICE people, you feel me? Like he did some extremely foul stuff to the Hispanics, period, and still continue to. You feel me? Still continue to. That's a fact. So being that, he was helped put back into office, basically, how do anybody that's Hispanic feel about how that ended up turning out with the immigration and all that stuff. Please jump in the chat. I encourage participation always. But I scream foul ball all day, every day on Donald Trump's behalf, for, you know, his deceitful tactics to get back into office, man, manipulated the whole people and turned around and did what he did to him at the same time, in the same motion. And stood firm and still continue to stand firm on that push. You feel me? But I think we have a special guest that's about to join us, man. Let me see, man. Looks like my guy, my bro, Face the Music. Face the Music, what's happening, Brody?
Sure, you're gonna have to tell me, is my voice good?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Hey,
yeah.
Now look, I'm
Get down. You got to get
hey,
down.
yeah, hey, this is level 4 cracking. level
down
4,
first.
level 4 prison yard cracking, man. As y'all just heard, they scream, get down. So hold
Give
on,
me a
Face.
second. Let me go. All right, let me get
do
something
your
out the
thing.
oven. Yeah, I'm
Do
getting
your
something out
thing,
the
bro.
oven.
We live, people. Join the chat. Jump in the chat. You feel me? They got an alarm cracking up in here right now. Somebody just got cracking, man. Laid the yard down, man. I've told y'all stories, many stories about when they get cracking like that, how they scream, get down, get down. When y'all just that's live, or y'all catch this a little bit later, you're gonna hear it in the background. You know what I mean? And that's crazy. That's the first time I've actually been able to capture that, doing a live. But that's the beautiful thing about being able to do these lives, man. You are able to capture a lot. You feel me? I try to keep it, as authentic with the roundtable family as I possibly can. You feel me? Straight up, no cuts, all real dilly. Feel me? But yeah, man, I'm happy to have my bro Face the Music. You feel me? Live with us. I'm gonna hand him the mic, man, and let him do his thing. It's been a minute since I've been able to get bro on, and that's real. But of course, that only was due to excuse me, y'all. That was only the technical issues that I was having. You feel me? Let me see. J Dub said in Mexico, if you're from the US, you're the enemy. So deporting people that get caught slipping is just the way it is. Obama deported way more than Trump ever could, and nobody knew it. That's crazy. That is crazy work. He's got us on the big screen. That's what I'm talking about, man. I love that hookup.
I'm still working on it.
Oh yeah. Hey. I remember when you started putting it together.
Let me see. I just got to set my cameras at an angle where I know they're gonna work. I haven't started my thing yet, so it's still like moving stuff around and seeing what goes where.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, this is all crooked. We ain't gonna be doing that. Go ahead, you talk. Yeah, so Face, he's a technical genius engineer at his finest. Nigga can't figure out how to set a camera on a piece of plastic, but the nigga is the genius.
Exactly.
Super genius. All right, good enough.
Yeah, J-Dub, man. You heard him, man. It's still down out there right now, too.
What happened?
I wish I could show y'all, but somebody even got whooped. Probably, Somebody
Probably
that
who you thought it was gonna be.
man.
Probably who I thought it was gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got one more thing. Hold up. Let me get my stuff.
Yeah, do your thing, Brody. Hey, J-Dub, I swear y'all not gonna get that. That wasn't no sound effect on no soundboard neither. By the way, that was the real deal. That was a real deal Holyfield. You feel me? No cap. Matter of fact, hold up. Yeah, I can't show y'all out there right now, man. I wanted to, but I can't. Sorry. Whatever it was, though, I think it might be good.
Yeah, my bad for being late and all that, but got a late start on some stuff, and I'm crunch time, but I'm done now.
For sure.
You see, today
Hey,
is
J-Dub, you know they be having the sound effects on the little board thing where they be making all these little sound effect things, right? Can't get that one right there. The only person I know that they got the yard down thing is my bro, 16 to life. That's legit with him though. You feel me? But other than that, shout out to him too. Feel me? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody joining me and the homie Face the Music. Face the Music ain't been on in a while. You feel me? But we definitely got legendary videos on this channel already. You know what I'm saying? And you will continue to see that. You know what I mean? You got the flow though, Face.
Oh, I'm waiting for the questions. Is it my show? Is it my show? Because if it's my show, I ask questions. All right, so my show.
This your show, bro. Hey.
I'm a client. So my name is Face the Music. I'm your MC today, whether you like it or not. Huh?
You got your peoples in the chat too, so.
Okay, let me see how that works. See, I'm new at all this. First off, cookies. Do I have to customize cookies? All right, cookies.
Hey, I'll be right back at it. Hold up. Go ahead and you got the flow.
So what we're gonna do today is once I reject all cookies. Sorry, cookies. Sorry. So I'm gonna reject all that. But then I'm gonna say this. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna take a trip and we're not gonna spin the outside block. We're gonna spin the 4-yard prison block. And we're gonna spin the block and talk about the hardest rappers you never heard. The hardest rappers, the best MCs that you never heard. You never heard because you stayed out of trouble or you stayed out of that kind of trouble. But I just want to go through and ask Creep if he remembers some of these people and hear about some of the experiences that he done had in some of the ciphers, some of the circles, on the yard. It's like taking a fade sometimes. You got to go out there knowing that some people are hunting for you lyrically. Some people have heard your name, have heard your skills or whatever, or somebody said something about you, or they just got here and they want to know who's the hardest rapper on the yard so they can challenge him and take him down and all of that. So that's the life that some of us lived while incarcerated. I didn't really hang out real close mentally. I don't know if that makes sense, but I didn't hang out real close mentally with a lot of people who wasn't in that circle. So that means that people that I hung out with while incarcerated were an assorted variety of people, because it's people that rap from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not people that crip from everywhere. It's not people that blood from everywhere. It's not people that rob from everywhere. It's not people but it's people that rap from everywhere. Everybody got a representative or somebody who, and it usually be somebody, like a lot of times it was somebody you didn't know who knew how to rap, because they just kept that to themselves. That might have been their thing that they used for to keep their mental stability or whatever, or just a hobby that they picked up through life and just they got to do it. Me, it was like a hobby. It was like a combination, a hobby that I picked up through life, and I just got to do it. Excuse my hair and all that. I'm about to take it down and wash it. But yeah, it was a habit that something that I did through life that I picked up, but also it was something that once I figured out that I knew how to do it, I said I want to make money off of it, and I went on a mission to figure out how it works and how to make it happen for myself. That was from teenage years. So I don't know how much more time Creep needs, but I'm not good at talking to myself, but I'm gonna try. So watch this. I'm gonna let's start with a story about how I even started rapping. I want to think how I started rapping, period, or how did I start rapping incarcerated? I want to start with how I started rapping incarcerated. How I started rapping, period. That go all the way back to the 6th grade. It's a bunch of stuff in there. But how I got started rapping incarcerated, I would say my first time in juvenile hall, I went through the LA system, which, if you know, you can go through LP or Central or one of those, and you end up going through all of them. So my first time going to juvenile hall, I was 14, and I didn't rap. I went through LP, Central, Sylmore. I went through all of those. I stayed in the hall my first time for maybe 6 to 7 months, maybe something like that. It seemed like maybe less. No, man. Matter of fact, less. But hold on. Excuse me, Loke. I was baking a pie. Anyway, uh, my first time in juvenile hall, I didn't rap. I just was thinking, man, this is crazy. Second time in juvenile hall, I was in San Diego juvenile hall. I was already rapping on the streets. So it was a transition into rapping in there, but just like rapping here and there, not calling myself a rapper per se. Uh, when I started taking rap serious, I think I was 17 in juvenile hall in San Diego. No, not 17. I was 16 in juvenile hall in San Diego. And like I said, people know me for rapping already, but not really for like being one of the main ones. But then I was sitting at the table with this dude from Skyline Pyru. I don't remember what his name was. He was probably about 17. And he used to rap. He was like a serious dude. Me and him used to sit at the table and just talk. But he used to beat, always had the same beat on the table, and he'd rap. And I remember thinking about, all right, he got a pattern. He do a certain thing when he rap that make it come back around on time and all of that. I say, I'm gonna copy that pattern and then make that into. I'm gonna learn how to make a pattern, practice his pattern first. And this pattern was repetitive, and I liked it. It was like the so and it was easy to do that for me because any pauses is hard for me because now I'm thinking about, all right, where do I start back over? I just stopped and all of that. Um, to that, it was da 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 da. I could just say it, and when I'm done, I could say it again, and then I could play it again, and then you could speak it again, and no, here I go with the flow was gonna, and it was easy to keep it going like that for my memory because I didn't write nothing. I used to like what they say about Biggie and them, and oh man, I didn't write. I didn't write. All right, I didn't write. I literally didn't write. I couldn't stand writing. I could not stand writing in school. I couldn't stand writing a letter. I like writing letters. I didn't like writing schoolwork. To me, writing a rap was like writing schoolwork. So I didn't like to do that. So what I used to do, rapping is something that I started doing for pastime at juvenile hall. What I would do was say a line. This is usually when we on quiet time and all that. I say a line, and then I remember that line, and I keep saying that line until I know it enough to add another line. Then I add another line, and then I remember that one, and then I keep doing that for however many hours that we on quiet time. This and I'm giving you the picture of me and Sylmore. Me and Sylmore at 16 years old. Staff messing with me always, me and the staff going at it, even all the way up to prison. From county jail, it's gonna be me and the police going at it. I'm gonna cross the line. We're gonna go at it. I'm gonna slam one of y'all on y'all back. Y'all gonna slam me in the hole. Y'all gonna kick my toenail off. You want to lock me in a cell with handcuffs on with nothing in it for 5 hours and look at me on the camera. I'm a crip walk the whole time and rap into the camera and spit on it and say, I don't care about the consequences. So me and the police, it's easier to talk when there's somebody there. I'm just talking to myself other than that. Me and
My
the
bad, brother.
police.
You was doing a
No,
good job, though. I heard every word of it.
yeah. Me and the police, me and the staff. Only staff that I don't go at it with, I never went at it with group home staff. Or I don't call foster home staff, but some foster homes do got staff. Like some foster homes have, like my first foster home on Pyru, they had like a cook. You know what I'm saying? Even though sometimes she'd be spending the night, it was a single dude. Shout out to Mr. Bracewell, rest in peace. On right on Pyru and Paulson, on the corner. On the corner. If you from Fruittown, you know what I'm talking about. It's on the corner. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the corner. I stayed on the corner for 2 years, 6th grade, 7th grade. Yeah, I stayed on the corner. Right when you think about them ages, and this all connected to the rap shit. Think about them ages right there. I moved over there. I moved from my house is around the corner from the foster home. I stay on the front hood side. My grandmother, that's where I'm used to. I was raised with my grandfather. Went out to stay with my mother in Long Beach for that didn't work out for maybe 6 months. End up in the foster home. Now, but then they magically send me to a foster home around the corner from my grandmother's house. Perfect. On Pyru, perfect age, 10 years old, didn't matter. But I get conscious of the situation in the 6th grade. I'm in the 6th grade. I'm now going to elementary school. Mind you, it's an elementary school around the corner from my grandmother's house that my mother graduated from. It's called George Washington Elementary. The elementary school around the corner from my grandmother's house, I never went there. Me and my brother never went there. We always went to El Segundo. That was on El Segundo. So we'd just get a ride over that way or just walk through the canal or something and we'd be there. but we could have went right around the corner. It took actually for me to go around to the foster home to now that's the school that I go to. And now I realize that I got homies that go to this school that's from my street, but they just from the other side of Wilmington. So we didn't know them. We only was 137th on the west side of Wilmington, but my neighborhood still is on 137th on the east side of Wilmington, but it morphs into Fruittown into
Yeah.
137th up to Paulson will cut it off.
Yeah.
And Paulson cuts off Piru. Piru is the street in between those. So if I was on that side, Piru Street would be around the corner from me. But magically in my hood, in my side, there is no Piru. It starts back on the other side of the canal.
Yeah.
It's like somebody said, no, we'll have none of it. Somebody just magically said, no, we don't want 135th Street and we don't want Piru over here. We'll take 134th place and we'll trade you 134th place. And then we'll just say we don't know what happened to Piru. It's over there.
That,
So anyway,
that's
jokes. I do those gangbang jokes. That's for but anyway, uh, I stay over there. Now, sixth grade, I'm going to, and I'm going to graduate with homies that I know. I mean, I know all of them, but now I know homies from. You think here's a better description too. My street, 137th, is only 2 streets from the last street in my neighborhood. So my neighborhood is real big, but it starts before El Segundo. And then it's going to go to 139th Street, technically. Does anybody stay on 139th Street? I don't know. Does anybody hang out on 138th Street? Nah. Where's the end of the hood? On my street. My street's a party. My street's hustler heaven. Is you remember it? Look, and I'm not even going to joke around with you. And this might not even end up being about no rappers. Look, them niggas is garbage anyway. I can't even remember their names except for damn, forgot his name too. Look, I'm fucking with you. Look, nah, you remember being in the cell? Them niggas used to call me the human skit. They said, nigga, you the human skit. This nigga always been a character or some shit. A lot of people don't know me like that. You got to know me inside the cell, and only like 4 people.
And that's what people don't understand. Like me and this guy was in the prison together, right? On the same yard, in the same building, right? In the same circle, right? I dealt with him every day. So we would go inside his cell because he had the radio where it played tapes and it recorded stuff. So he would find instrumental beats or we would sneak in.
I used to order them through the music by mail. I order a gang of instrumentals and just whatever kind of shit is on it, we're gonna fuck it up. We're gonna make a whole album, whatever it is.
Exactly. So we would go inside his cell and be in there recording and clowning, right? And we in there smoking the whole time, bro. As y'all see how he is right here, this is how bro was then. This is how he was then. Like, and he would be saying some of the craziest stuff, but we recording everything while we all up in the cell. We piled up in the cell. It's probably like 10 dudes up in there.
You know what I'm thinking the whole time when I'm doing it? my thought process is just remembering like listening to like Dolomite and Richard Pryor and shit where I done heard a lot of comedy shit where it's just it's in a room somewhere and they just in the living room somewhere and they just all laughing and it just so damn I'm thinking like well this how they used to do it. So you know what I'm saying? So we I'm used to I'm used to people coming to my house. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to people coming to my house talking and socializing and mingling and doing shit because my grandfather was hella cool and knew everybody. So It's like, think about the coolest 70s, 80s, the coolest 70s, early 80s. Um, get together at somebody's house in Compton, no alcohol, like health food shit, health food, no meat, no none of that, no sugar, no nothing like that. It's like a healthy environment. Kids, the grandkids is running around. We growing up, it's a Baha'i household. If you understand like faiths and religions, I grew up in a Baha'i household. My grandfather was Baha'i. So um Baha'is socialize and mingle the cultures. Baha'is mingle cultures. You grow up Baha'i, you grow up with kids that you go to their house and they go to your house, and instead of church, we'll have feast at each other's houses. You see what I'm saying? And it'll be a certain group in your circle, and it'll be people from all kinds of different uh, ethnic backgrounds, but all Baha'is, which is like a Persian religion. So,
Uh,
um, yeah, so we just all grow up like my kids hang with your kids hang with my kids. I go to your house, you go to my house. When I go to your house, I know what your kids' room is, because that's what we always, the kids gonna separate, go to the room, you know what I'm saying, or go to the backyard, whatever y'all got. Like I seen skate parks. I saw skate parks in the early 80s because we went to rich areas where they had a fucking skate park like the shit at Venice Beach already in the 80s. Before we think it's brand new idea. No, they was already
somebody,
doing that.
somebody. My little bro, little Scotty asked, in reference to what you was just saying. What's that?
What's what? A skate park?
No, he said the Persian people got some bomb. Hey, hey, little bro, what was you talking about when you asked him what's
Let
that?
me see. I'm trying to see where I could get the chat at, man. I ain't got
Oh,
it
he
right.
said the religion.
Oh, it's called Baha'i. So yeah, that
He said the
religion
Baha'i.
is.
I think he took himself off, man. We'll wait to get him back. He'll be back on in a second. Oh, here you go. All
Yeah,
right, you
no,
back, bro.
I was trying to see the chat, but it clicked me out, so I'm gonna leave it alone. You just tell me what it say. But
All right.
yeah, the Baha'i. All right, so Baha'i. Now here we go. And it's the shit that we might get into in myself, for real. This is what I do. I don't give a fuck about. I don't be doing no time. When I was in there, I ain't do no time. I just be thinking I'll be doing whatever the fuck I
Do
want
your
to do.
thing, brother.
If I
Do
don't want
your
to be
thing.
right here, I'll punch a nigga and I'll go somewhere else and where I can think. Um, so Baha'is are the Baha'i faith. There was a person named Baha'u'llah. Baha'u'llah means the glory of God. Baha'u'llah was not, it doesn't mean exactly that. I'll tell you what it means in a second. Uh, Google it while I'm talking and put it in the chat. Baha'u'llah
Google it,
was,
though, bro.
was,
Google it
yeah,
for us and put it in the chat. Excuse me, bro.
Baha'u'llah. So, or Baha'u'llah, whatever, Baha'u'llah. Uh, he was, I'm going to do fast forward now. He was prophesied by the Bab, the Bab, which is another faith that came before him, was the Babi faith in Persia or in that region. So he was prophesied by the Bab, which was the prophet of that religion, that he would be born. There would be a dude that would be born with a brand new way of living, a way of life that would overtake the world, and it would be the perfect answer, blah, blah, blah. The Bob was prophesied by another prophet. And these people, so now when he was born and he did have this new way of thinking, new way of religion and all of that stuff, for one world, language, a one world economy, you know what I'm saying, a one world faith where every faith is considered. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a Unitarian faith, but it's a faith where every faith is considered. And Creep, if you remember, I used to wear a chain. I always wore a silver chain. I don't got my chain right now, it's broke. But I always wear a silver chain. And you remember it had a circle with a 9-point star. Even when I used to play basketball, I used to be dunking
I
on
remember
niggas.
that chain.
I
I
had
remember that.
all right, so my mother brought me that in a visit. That was that, or no, she sent me that in the mail. That it was the circle. This is the Baha'i symbol. The circle represents the earth. The 9-point star, each point of the star represents uh the prophets or the major religions of the world. So one point is for Christ, one point is for Muhammad, one point is for Zoroaster, one point is for the Bab, one point is for Buddha, one point is for, so it covers the 9 major religions that it considers in the world. And they really preach. And if you remember being in LA and you driving in a car, there you go. Glory of God. I got it right. Peace to God. Yeah. Hey, so if you were, hey, that means I was paying attention, even though I'm not Baha'i, but but I am I mean, I'm Baha'i taught, which that's the point. You don't have to be Baha'i. It's the lessons. You know what I'm saying? And I was raised on the lessons. That's why you know me. You feel me? So he was exiled because he had this, you know, he was getting popular. So this is a Muslim ran area. This is an Islamic ran area. He was exiled. While in exile, he was interviewed by a lady who was just documenting whatever. She just asked him all kinds of questions. She interviewed him, I believe, over years. You can Google that. You know what I'm saying? And what came of that was writing a book called Some Answered Questions. If you remember being in my cell, I know you've picked it up. It was always in my cell, a little blue book. I had 2 little blue books. One was about this thick, about like this, and it was called Some Answered Questions. And the other one was something about living. And they was always right there. And I had a Bible at that time that was in a plastic wrapper it was brand new. That had never been opened. A
Right.
black one.
Let me tell the people this, right? When bro, right? For those of y'all that don't know him, right? But when you are in the environment with him, right? You are not just gonna have the average basic experience as far as, let's say you go to the studio with him and y'all create music, right? It's gonna be more than about, it's gonna be about everything. But everything that y'all discussing revolves around that music, especially what he's creating right then in that moment. He's giving you aspects of it as he is putting it together. But we are talking about all kind of stuff. You feel me? So this is how deep bro get. Go ahead, bro. Finish. All
Yeah,
you.
so I know you didn't picked up the book before, but that's what it, you know, my mother brought me that too, and it was called Some Answered Questions. And it's his answers to those questions over those interviews. You know what I'm saying? And I think the other one is called The New Way of Living. And that was the smaller one. And that's like the program. You feel me? And the program was basically like, don't fuck with people, man, and quit fucking with people and be fair. You know what I'm saying? And understand there's more things going on than just what you got going on and what your people got going on. There's other people that don't even have no understanding how your people. I could do a beat that'll drive a nigga crazy, but it'll make my upstairs neighbor say that he'll call a security and say that I'm playing shit that's just is disturbing. It'll fuck with him. You feel me? But it'll make somebody else feel comfortable. So to me, knowing that all of those people exist, and I think person, uh, and uh, uh, um, um, and to doesn't know I'm behind. I mean, grew up behind. But if he did, would probably be more 6'7". You know what I'm saying? You know that's my last two. Whenever they come to the door, they be like, more 6'7". How many times would I had to do that over 24 years? In my sleep, more 6'7". Anyway, yeah, because it was J52867. The nigga told me in the county jail, you'll never forget that. He said, because I
Never.
was lying. I was lying that I had been to YA. My first time going to the county jail, I was lying that I had went to YA because everybody had been to the pen. I'm like, I'm 18. I'm like, but I'm running the tank though, just because I'm swinging on niggas. This in Carlsbad. This in Carlsbad. In
Uh,
what jail is out there?
you talking about what? Camp? You talking about juvenile
Nah,
camp? Juvenile
nah.
hall?
This was
YA?
when I turned 18. I turned 18 in the hall, got out, and
Oh,
went straight to jail for some bullshit for somebody else. I went to look. I went
oh,
to look. Excuse me for getting off of the subject, but I went to juvenile hall. Look, I went to juvenile hall for my last time for somebody else. I just told them niggas, do not do this. Quit playing with this nigga. Nah, man, this shit gonna be funny. It's not gonna be funny. Look, I'm doing cool. I'm finna turn 18. I'm in this emancipation program and shit I done got myself in. I got a little money. I got a little, sell my little dope on the side. The homegirl Squeak. Hey, man, shout out to Squeak. The homegirl Squeak from 9-8. She, you know what I'm saying? She the one that told me, yeah, go to the group home. I go to I was like, hey, should I go to this program? It's like emancipation. They're like, help me get back, uh, get along with my moms and shit and get my shit. And she was like, yeah, if you go, I'll take you back every day. I'll take you from school every day. I'll go pick you up. It was way in Chula Vista. We was in East Dago. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. She picked me up every day. Boom, take me back. Got some D. Boom, I'm selling to the bus drivers out to the group home. That's a whole nother story. I'm selling to the bus drivers out the group home like I'm selling mixtapes. I'm giving them niggas tapes with dope in them, so the staff helping me sell the shit. What's up, baby boo? How you doing? What you gotta go get something? What you want? Something to eat? All right, hold up. Let me do that. Yeah. All right, go.
shout out to sis. Shout out to sis.
Yeah. Oh, let me turn the volume on so you can hear.
Shout out to sis. Shout out to sis.
Yeah, you hear that? Yeah, she heard it. It was just enough drag. As soon as I hit boop, shout out to sis. Shout out to sis. All right. So,
For sure.
let me do this before it start echoing this shit. I'm finna turn it off so it don't echo, all right? But you heard it, right? All right, now get in the kitchen and make me some food before I abuse you. Yeah, oh, my bad. The camera was on. Damn. You better not tell nobody. Y'all better not tell nobody. You need to love her. It's the only reason I be there is because I love her. That's what Harpo told me to say. Anyway, look. Oh, no, it's right here. I didn't need no more. Hey, look. Hey, so look. All right, I'm going to get back on point. See, if I was in Hollywood, I could just snap back. Watch. Boom. All right, so now look. So the Baha'i thing was that, so Baha'u'llah had a new way of living, all that stuff, and it was a whole religion, and it ended up being a trendy thing through the 70s and the 80s in LA and Hollywood, like the Kabbalah stuff was and all that. It ended up being, so Baha'i was the first one doing that. So we was in the in crowd because look, my grandfather taught photojournalism at Southwest College. My grandfather was a photographer for the Black Star magazine back then, which was the big black magazine back then. And he was a journalist. So he'd go do the pictures and the interviews with the top black stars or whoever's moving and shaking Hollywood for blacks. So so we had a lot of company You know what I'm saying? That's like, to interview somebody. Sometimes they interview at our house. Sometimes we go to their house. Sometimes we meet them at their parents' house. We sometimes here go my main story. My main story is the white shadow. You with me? The white
The
shadow.
White Shadow. Yeah,
You
the White
remember
Shadow.
the world, nigga, the black world was crazy. I don't know if you went to my school, you seen the damn white shadow every time it came on. All right, so the
Uh-huh.
white shadow episode
Yeah.
where what's his name? I forgot his name, but Eric Kilpatrick, his character, they was out of town at a game and he went out to go get some beers or something from the store because they went to a party out of town. And when he went to that store, then it got robbed and he got shot and killed. So that was a big thing because that means that they canceled his character. That was his last episode. You feel me? So my
Yeah.
grandfather went and did the interview for that. You know what I'm saying? With Eric Kilpatrick. And I remember like
Oh,
the
for
big
his for
thing
his
was,
last for his last episode.
yeah, yeah. And we went with
Oh,
him.
that's
My
hard.
brother, my brother and him went with him. And I hope somebody can find the the magazine, the issue of Black Star magazine that featured a
Black Star
story about,
magazine.
yeah, that featured a story about Eric Kilpatrick. And I
Mm.
remember me and my brother were in that magazine. We in the back of the magazine shooting basketball with him
Wow.
on his parents' basketball court that they had in their backyard. We went to, my grandfather told us, hey, look, if you guys can follow instructions and be cool for the week,
Yeah.
then you might have a cool surprise at the end of the week, right?
Yeah.
Look, hold on. Crazy nuts. And I ain't even on no pause shit. Crazy nuts. Look, hey, what's up, baby bird? Huh, let me get this. There you go. Crazy nuts. I remember Lebo used to call me baby bird and shit. Rest in peace to rest in peace to Lebo. And Lebo, that wasn't Lebo from Front Hood. That was Lebo from Santana.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Rest in peace to Lebo, man.
Yeah. Burris Block. Yeah, but see, you always get my attention and I lose my thoughts. What was
That's
I
what you're
saying?
supposed to do, bro.
What was I saying? If you was listening, if you love me so much, what did I say?
You were talking about your grandpa said if you guys do good this week.
Oh yeah, so Grandpa said she was listening. So Grandpa said if you guys do cool this week, then I got, it might be a surprise. So it was, and we ended up getting in the car on Saturday morning, going to Eric Kilpatrick's apartment, which was in Hollywood somewhere. And I remember we had to
Wow.
get buzzed up, and we got on the elevator. It was cool. It was a bachelor pad. Then he like was finishing getting dressed, and we was sitting in the
Yeah.
living room. He got dressed. He jumped in a little car, I think it was a drop top Porsche. He this in like maybe 79, maybe no, how old was I? I had to be first grade.
Mm.
So maybe 80, maybe 80, 81, something like that. But so we follow him. I think one of us or both of us rode with him, and we went to somewhere, I think the Hollywood Hills, to his parents' house. And his parents had he had bought his parents a house there, I believe. And they had a big swimming pool, I believe. But I know they had a big basketball court. And we played basketball with him. And then I remember watching my grandfather, yeah, go, 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 go. All right. You get all right.
Yeah.
And watching my grandfather interview him, and we was just quiet watching. But then ending up in the actual magazine. You know what I'm saying? In the back
So
shooting
so he got
basketball with.
so your grandpa's got to actually interview him.
Yeah. No, that was his job. His job was to interview him. Look, people, look, my grandfather's name, and then Google this, man, because my Google don't work sometimes. Robert Lee Moore. He was the professor of photojournalism at Southwest College for a long time. He
Mm.
was a photographer for Black Star magazine and a journalist for Black Star, and he was a photographer for Playboy magazine, and he also was a photographer for himself. He also had a studio in Hollywood where he did a lot of stuff like headshots for famous Black people. I know a lot, but a lot of people. And yeah, he used to be like, it's kind of like how it is now. I could see how he was, because I'm like him, you know what I'm saying, in certain ways. Not all the way, because I'm
Yeah,
not so like he was a grown man where I'm still gonna grow up a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? And that was
yeah,
before me, because I'm 51 now. So he was he he got it together, had a house, had all that early, and
did you say
even
he
though
went to Southwest College?
he taught at Southwest College.
Oh, he
So he
taught there. And talking about
yeah,
the college in LA, right?
yeah, right there on Western and Imperial. So we used to be
Oh,
there
okay.
like
My
that's
grandmother went there.
like when you see me, oh for real? Yeah. All right, what did she take?
Um, that I can't remember what she took back then, man. But she
Uh,
definitely went to that college, bro.
yeah, yeah. I know I think my uncle in there, everybody, a lot of people on my street, like the older people, like my mother and them generation, they all took my grandfather's class. You know what I'm saying? I know my mother took his class. Um, Yeah, so and then people made careers out of that. Like if you look up the Compton Gazette was a newspaper that in Compton, it was like an independent newspaper that was and correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the founder of that, I believe, is Gary Daniels, Father Gary Daniels, who was my neighbor, who is my grandfather taught him how to do photography and all that, got him all into that. Across the street, the neighbor, I believe she passed, Miss Turner. She was the photographer for the Bulls. She was like Michael Jackson's like behind the scenes photographer for
Oh,
years.
wow.
But the traveling
So she was A
photographer.
list. She was A list photographer, huh?
Yeah, and that's because my grandfather put that in her head to do. My grandfather taught everybody how to do what he knew how to do. And it's like it was a thing on my block, you know what I'm saying? And the generation before me myself, I think I got a lot of homies into it just because I used to be like when my mother was taking film classes and stuff, then like I'll be acting in her movies and I get homies to act with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be like, well, it's two characters, and this is like a silent film. Like rest in peace to the homie Antoine Loader. But it's like, oh yeah, look, it's a silent film. I need somebody to play this wino that comes out at no disrespect to anybody. I need somebody to play this wino that comes out of the bushes to steal my lunch while I'm on a lunch break as a construction worker. So the homie like, all right, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think we got a note to get out of school or something, and we went and did this scene. And what we did the whole little movie was maybe about 15-20 minute movie, silent movie about this dude just stealing my banana out of my lunch. It was called The Stolen Banana. And yeah, so um I don't know how I got there, man.
That's
See
crazy to
this
be
one.
that young. That's crazy to be that young though, man. And
Oh man.
having your mind, you know, in that space, of creation like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And especially look, I can paint you a real quick picture like my house, like growing up with my grandparents, my house looked like some shit out of the 70s all the time. Like now, my uncle got it a little modern. I just leave it like it was. We had the wood floors in the living room. We had the carpet through the hallways. The bathroom is in like right when you bend out the hallway. The bathroom is to the left, but the bathroom got the door that go to the hallway, but it got the other door that go to the kitchen, but it's like a little room. It's like a little washroom in the middle right there with a washing machine and a deep sink, then the back door, but then you can see straight to the kitchen right there too. It's just like 2 steps. You in the kitchen. The kitchen is a shotgun. It's
Yeah.
straight down to the table at the end. So this is, you go, all right, so now look, you come in the front door. As soon as you come in the front door, it's carpet where you standing, but it's wood to this side. Everything over there from the 50s. It looked 50s. It looked like Leave It to Beaver. You know what I'm saying? But we got
Yeah.
like black art. We got black art that you see. We have black art that you seen on the Cosby Show from some of those artists that like literally
Oh
handed
yeah.
my grandfather shit and like here. So we had shit and people who have handed my uncle shit and were like here. So we had Cynthia St. James, which if you remember, I used to always have Kwanzaa stamps. I used to always have a gang of Kwanzaa stamps. That's because Cynthia St. James, when she unveiled the Kwanzaa stamp on stage somewhere, I'm in the county jail fighting the L in the hole in Riverside. But I'm in the hole in Riverside. I get my TV. I get a TV in the cell, but it got like where I can click this channel over a little bit and get a San Diego channel sometimes around news time, and it'd be fuzzy. I turned it, clicked it right there one time, and had it on there, and saw my grandmother sitting right there in the front row, and they was unveiling this Kwanzaa stamp, and I was like, man, that's my grandmother, right? So then,
Wow.
I called her. Hey, did I see you on the news? Oh, yeah, that was Cynthia. She got her stamp unveiled. She wanted me to be on stage, but I just wanted her to have her time and do her thing. So yeah, I was like, oh yeah, all right. Yeah, send me some of them stamps. So from then on, they always sent me books and books of Kwanzaa stamps, and I was trying to just flood the jail, flood the prison with them, make the police look
Yeah.
at them, and then I'm make the police look at that. You fuck with that. That's federal. You want to go fucking and losing in that a lot? You can lose 1 or 2. Don't make no habit of losing these Kwanzaa stamps when you see them coming through, boy. Hey, I
Oh
used to
man.
look in the county jail. Look, right at that time too. I'm beefing with the Riverside sheriffs. I done slammed one of them on their back in transpo. Right, they on me. They already was on me, but that's why I was on them, man. Y'all, But I defended myself and slammed the dude. That's a whole nother story. Defending myself, slammed the dude on his back and kind of like banged him up against the cement a little. Like, what are you doing? Why are we here? We on the ground. This the whole transport. This in the morning. This everybody lined up on the wall. I'm shackled with the waistband on, with the waist cuffs on. Got him. He tried to snatch me and tried to like trip me and bang my head into the cement. I jumped over his leg and instinctively grabbed him and went with the flow, and bam, I'm on
So
top of him.
he was really trying to put some work in on you.
Oh no, he was when he seen me. I'm like this. Like, this is a quick good story. Remind me where I was at. Look, look, I'm on the wall. I'm in high power, so they got me. They're gonna separate me, but it's in the morning. If I'm cool, I could talk to somebody. Hey, let me get in there with everybody else. I'm not tripping. I ain't gonna make no problems. All right, cool. So I talked to somebody. Hey, the little bro? Hey, you gonna let me get in there with everybody else? I ain't no problem. You know me. Yeah. I ain't tripping. Just be quiet right now. All right. My crimey rat. Crimey is in the back. Not his name, his position, his title. Rat. He's in the back. I don't know yet though, but I'm suspecting everybody. It's
Yeah.
that point of the game. He in the tank already behind me. I'm like, yeah, hey, they probably gonna let me come in there, so don't trip. Oh, all right. He hyper, he probably tweaking or something. Oh, Riverside acting ass nigga. Hey, man, they gonna let you come in here? Yeah, man. So then the broad come by, hey, be quiet, man. No talking in my line. Now she got to make me an example because I keep turning back around like, hey, yeah, like just relax. You know what I'm saying? Hey, she come by, hey, no talking in my line. All right, my bad. I apologize. Yeah, I told you I was gonna let you go. I know. I apologize. I ain't gonna say nothing. Boom. I look at the wall. She walked down. Dude say something. Hey, what she say?
Oh, man.
I'm trying to whisper this shit. You know how this like some Nazi shit. This like we Jews, they got us lined up. And they wait for a nigga to fuck up, be the nigga to get snatched out and get his shit blown out in front of everybody. Now, y'all see that? Y'all see that? Huh? Be quiet. You only got 10 more minutes with your butthole out, man. And then we're going to get you to a cell where you're going to eat a sandwich. Like, all right, man. So, the nigga, so look, I see one. I'm trying to like not even answer, but he keep, hey, what she say? Hey, cuz, look. Kick back. I'm gonna come in there. I turn back around. I look. I see him. Excuse my language. Little white boy. New boots. His boots is new. You know what that means. His boots is new. They shiny as man, his boots is new. He probably 23. I saw him react when I said something. Then he started walking towards me like this. The nigga was whistling. I was like, damn, he gonna try to smash my face in the wall or something. He gonna try to creep up. So I'm just standing there acting like I don't see him. He walk up. When he get to me, he flash. Bam! Right? Try to push my head into the wall. Try to push my face into the wall. I got the waist chains on and shackles. I put the hands on the wall. Bam! Hey, what are you doing? Right? I resisted 100%. What are you doing?
That's exactly how it be, man.
What are you doing? Panic because his move didn't go down, right? This is no example. He's made no example here. Hold on, let me get Nipsey back in the shot because this is revolution shit. This meeting, now mind you, how old am I? I'm 20. I'm 20. I'm out the court. I got 5 years with 85%. I'm out the court facing the L. From San Diego, got locked up, went to Donovan, boom, got picked up by Riverside, boom. I'm in Riverside, facing the L. Fighting these motherfuckers in the hole for going off on a white dude. Another cold story. Came back around. I got parole working with this dude. Me and this dude worked together when I get parole from Soledad. Shit. Didn't know. Me and him went. I broke his nose, broke him up. People that seen his nose all weird. His name Red. Shout out to Red, man. We used to work the music program in Soledad. But he used to lie to everybody. He used to lie to everybody, say the nigga that broke his nose was a PC. I learned that though in the end. I'm glad I ran into him because I was like, yeah, when I realized, like, because then I had went through some little shit, you know, with him. Then I realized, I'm like, he had told me some shit. I'm going to go off. But he had told me some shit about his case. And I was like, hey, I know who broke your nose. Yeah, man. I said, no, I said, who did that? Oh, it was this black dude, man. Fucking PC. Fucking PC up. Shit. This was in 2017. This shit happened. Look, but that shit happened originally. I mopped him in 95, early 95. He been like this. He been look like this nigga off of the Partridge Family for all that time. But no, shout out to my dude. He'll feel me. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know I love him too. He my guy. We got over
Oh
that.
man,
But look,
that's
I
good
I
work.
I, I put tips on him for calling me the N-word in front of his grandmother on the phone. Pull out
Oh,
pull out banger, pull out banger on everybody. Chase everybody off who trying to jump me. My people left me. I'm through. If it was up to me and them, they was ready to lock it up. Hey man, you're starting problems. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I come out with the banger on them, and where's everybody going? Why are we jumping over tables? What are we doing? I end up in the hole permanently. I thought I was going to the hole for like 3 days and they dipped my sheets in the toilet, smashed fruit and lotion all in my mail and shit, pictures all fucked up, threw my sheets in the toilet. Like I said, no mattress in the cell, just threw me in there with that. I was like, so what, man? So what? And then 3 days
that's
later,
crazy.
I'm like, hey man, how many more days I got in the hole? Well, I hit the speaker. Hey, how many more days I got in the hole? Oh man, you in there permanently. Permanently, what does that mean? That means you're not getting out of there. You're staying in the hole forever until we figure out where we're gonna send you. I'm
Crazy.
like, oh shit. So I just kicked it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, flash forward, boom, this dude. All right, so I'm in the hole for that. Now getting transported back and forth. And they mad about that because I'm in Southwest. If you know anything about that,
Yeah,
Southwest is Temecula. It's everybody worked there as a skinhead. Bottom line, they had 2 blacks that worked there, and
yeah,
one time one of them had warned me that they was out to get me, and they got word of that, and they wanted to question me on which one of the blacks told you that. It's only 2 of them here, so it's kind of like obvious which one, but we need you to tell us which one told you that. I'm like, nigga, why would I tell you about it?
yeah.
Why would I tell on the motherfucker that told me that y'all was trying to take my life? Man, get out of here.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, we going back and forth. They come in the clothing exchange yelling out white power and all that shit. They got the woods pumped up. It's like, but then like when they ain't around, when the police ain't around, me and the woods cool because it's like some Riverside woods. They ride bicycles and shit. Some Orange County woods, some skinhead, real cool, in shape dudes. We in shape together. We, I go to their door. We spending years in the hole together. We fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? But then here come the
Yeah,
police come in for clothing exchange. What's up, Wood? Yeah, that's right. That's white. That's white. Get up, Wood. I'm on the door. I'm the only one. Man, black power. Man, fuck y'all. Man, white powder. Fuck white powder. Nigga, this black power. Fuck white people, nigga. I'm on some racist shit because they pumping me
yeah,
up. So they like, I'm chimping out, right? So I'm chimping out. They're Chud the Builder. I'm chimping out, but I'm behind the door. So the chimp out is even more ridiculous, right? Because I can't do nothing but scream and yell racist shit that I don't even believe in because I deal with the other races of people when y'all ain't here. Just fine. We share with each other all that shit. We share books, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we it's like a family. If you can't, if I gotta watch my back from the door getting accidentally opened all the time, or if I gotta if I gotta damn walk away from the on the side of the tier so I don't get gassed and shit, you know what I'm saying, from the side of the door just because it's the only thing to do. Ain't nothing else to do. And some dudes is just busters. They love it. Yeah, I'm a buster. Yeah. Can you smell me? I'm a buster. I stink. I stink like a buster. You like that? Yeah, I love it. Yeah, like a pig in slop. They don't care. They like the devil don't use no
don't
grease.
care.
He don't be like the devil don't use no grease. He don't be like, oh my bad. I'm sorry, or man, I apologize. Next time it won't hurt. He's like, yeah, it hurt. Yeah, nigga, watch the next time, nigga. Like, he ready to go up, right? So here we go. So see, if I get too far into something, then because there's some forget shit with it. But anyway, um, so anyway, let's get back to rapping in prison. I'll just take you back. We're gonna get back on track. Breathe, everybody. Take a breath. Enjoy your life for a second. Play a video game. Fuck with your niece. Hey, come here. Hit her with a pillow and see if she laugh or if she cry and say, he tried to hit me. He tried to knock me out. And then judge, you know what I'm saying? Like, this the type of person. Then judge, like, what type of person does that make my niece? Is my niece a strong-minded person, a strong-willed person? I remember they brought my niece to a visit when she was 9, and it was her first time seeing me since she was 2 when I got locked up. And she had, even though all the time she had wanted to see me and read my letters and write letters and all that shit. And then when she came to see me, she just vowed not to say nothing to me. I'm not going to say nothing to you. So the whole time I'm at the visit, like, so you just not going to say nothing. So you want to, and I know you want to say something so bad, but just because you said, you're not going to say nothing to me. You're not going to say nothing to me. She didn't say shit. But you know what she did do? She went and found a friend that when she has something to say to me, they both come to the visit together at the same time. Her grandmother bring her, and then my mother bring my niece, which is her grandmother. So the two grandmothers come, they stay at the same hotel, all that in Calipatria when I was on AR and CR. And yeah, so they come to the visit together, and so she started having her talk to me through the visit. So she had something to say to me, then she'll say it. But then my mother was like, oh no, she gonna say, she ain't gonna have me bring all this time she talking about this, and then she ain't gonna say no. I said, no, hold on. Let's see how long she can hold that. Cause you know what I'm saying? I want to learn who she is. She 9. Is she strong? Is she that strong-willed and that strong-minded that just because she said something, then she gonna do, because that's how I am, and that'll tell me a lot about who I'm dealing with here. Because you got to think, and here's another layer to it. Her father, which is my brother, I'm looking for a picture. I don't got one right offhand, but her father, which is my big brother, which is just me and him, got killed 2 months before I even got locked up by a white dude on some racist ass bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So my battle been all this new shit. We've been chimping out with these dudes. I done chimped out with some motherfuckers. Excuse me, but I done chimped out with, so I never was on, and shout out to Nip, man, because he seemed like if he was in the right areas, he'd be that same, like if he was in the areas I was in, he would be that same person. If given opportunity to and like I say, I'm gonna jump around. I don't care. We're just gonna chop it up. I just want to take some stuff out of the interview and start a conversation about the best rappers. But first, you got to see who I am and why we be doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I done chimped out with some motherfuckers, man, and I done been a huckle. I done been your huckleberry, baby. I done been your huckleberry and almost had to answer for it. And thank God, I could just tell you if I wanted to tell you what it was, just because I done even went to the point that at board, I done already answered to that. And the answer is there ain't no answer to that. Should have dealt with it when you had it. You didn't. My attorney said, let it go. It's gone. It's dealt with, because I never was a factor in that on paper. But y'all got, y'all talk about this, somebody chimping out. Nigga chimped out. I mean, nigga tried to get me to chimp out, and I chimped the fuck out, and I had it. He didn't. And I had been out there treating them like gangbangers. I had been, look, I had been already the 16-year-old walking around, 16, 17-year-old walking around with San Diego. Me and him on the bus, me and him physically beating and dogging dudes out together. Skinhead. My boy, I can't remember his name. I'm about 16, 17. I'm finna beat him up early in the morning before school because it's regular. I moved to San Diego. I'm like, oh, y'all just got skinheads just walking around. X-Clan is popping. All that too. I'm on X-Clan time. I'm on that. I've been on that. I just came from 48th and Normandy. You know what I'm saying? I came from 48th and Normandy to Juvenile Hall to Mira Mesa. Man, I'm on my dean of what the Muslims are saying. I'm on my other shit. Move me to East Dago, move me all the downtown San Diego. I'm running around there. Okay. Y'all got skinheads. Okay, I never seen that. Cool, let's get with it. They had them in Mara Mesa though too, but this like you could just catch them randomly like gang members on at the bus stop. I catch one at the bus stop. Hey, take your headphones off, homie. Huh? Hey, look, I'm about to punch you out, but before I punch you out, I gave him a second for something. I'm like, man, I'm finna punch you out, but before I punch you out, explain something. He was wearing something. No, I told him you supposed to be some kind of skinhead or something. He was like, yeah, but I'm a sharp. And I was like, I'm finna punch you out. I don't give a fuck. I was like, but fuck it, explain. Like I'm getting like, you know what I'm saying? I'm way bigger than him and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 6'5" and shit, but I was skinny back then, but I always was instinctively a fighter. But so he explained it. Oh, I'm a skinhead against racial prejudice. Oh man, that's some bullshit. You just trying not to get punched. That's bullshit. Nah. And then he broke it down to me. He said, look, he said, this is the color code. He said, I got black suspenders, black shoestrings, black belt, all that, black accessories. He showed me the patches and shit on his jacket. All right, cool. So what's the other people? Okay, if they got white everything, white suspenders, white belt, white shoestrings in their boots, then that mean that they separatists or supremacists more. If they got red, they with the violence. He say, I beef with them. Oh, for real? Yeah. We get on the bus. What bus you getting on? I'm getting on this bus. Get on the same bus. We talking. Get off downtown. We get at the same spot. He walk into my school. My school is only one class. It's a continuation school for the homeless shelter that I used to stay at. So a lot of people go there just out the blue. So I'm on the bus with him. Boom. He get off. This is his first day checking in my class. So me and him end up it could have went bad. But I listened and I gave him a shot. Come to find out, this is my partner. Every day. Then we get out at like 11:45 or something every day. And then we downtown San Diego. We on Market and Market and 10th. And we just boop all around. And then that's my area because like in gang terms, I'm from more than one gang because when I was down there, I was from 12th Street. But niggas from 12th Street is from everywhere. Niggas from 12th Street is like, you got to think, like this 1989, I'm going to take you back to. And then I know you're going to have to end this soon. And I ain't even going to talk about rappers in the pen. But 1989, I could take you back to downtown San Diego. And it's still old school. We on 12th and Broadway at the bus stop across the street from the liquor store on this side, the blood bank on this side, and the trolley station on this side. The bus stop we kick it at, it's a parole house. It's like a old hotel or something, a little hotel on the side of the street on 12th. It's a parole house. Everybody in there on parole. So them niggas come out and hang out on the bus stop with everybody else. It's Mexicans from Mexico got a gang. They 12 streets. They all sell weed and dope. We 12 streets. We all sell weed. We Crips, Bloods, niggas from Chicago, Detroit, San Diego that don't bang, pimps, all kinds of niggas that just got a reason to be downtown. We got this big ass nigga named New York that stay in the parole house, in the parole spot. Be with the no shirt, with the overalls, big ass buff nigga with the flat top and the Timberland boots, 40 in his hand, look like a regular beer and shit. This nigga PTSD, don't stand around me, yo. Yo, son, don't stand around me, son. We getting a ride with the Guardian Angels. Anybody from San Diego know the history. Go look at it. Look. And then they know one little nigga was right there. That's me. They used to call me CPT because I always had blue hat with CPT on the front. And so yeah, I'm little CPT. My brother out there is Big Compton. When he went out there, they called him Big Compton. They called me little CPT right there. East Dago, they call me Capone. Uh,
Okay.
uh, and that's like the DJ shit too. That's the DJ rap name is Capone and Young Cap. Niggas in San Diego knew me from that. So yeah, we getting a riot. This nigga tell the Guardian Angels. Anyway, long story short, we getting a riot with the Guardian Angels, all that, and but used to always be a lot of shit popping right there, man. And so me and him would ditch school, go out, and I always had a white partner or some kind of other partner that I kicked it with. It's always somebody. If I was in a group home or if I was in a foster home, if I was in San Diego, when I was out there, I always had a white partner I kicked it with. When I was in LA, I always had a pretty girl. Like when I was in LA, when I stayed at, I'm finna switch stories to something pretty real quick. We're just doing a variety show today. I'm just giving you, this is a sample platter of when we get these talks going. So you can start asking me about these things one by one. So look, when I'm in the group home on 48th and Normandy, right before I go to San Diego in 89, I'm I go to John Muir,
Hey,
right?
hey, Face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we gonna have to do a part two to this, right? I gotta
Yeah.
start wrapping it up right here. But we definitely gonna bring a part two to this. I promise you that. Probably within the next day or so. Yeah, we're gonna pick right back up where
Nah,
we at
see, I
right
don't
here.
want us to pick up. You know what I want us to do? I want you to take this and then find out some questions out of that stuff to ask me about. And then we'll go and I can explain some stuff. But I just gave you a little cool index of some stuff that you could run through with a few stories that'll all lead back to where we was going with these MCs.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I got you. I got you, man. So the next time we meet back at this round table with Face the Music, man, you know it's gonna be uh 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 as y'all can see the vibe. Y'all see what the vibe is, man. I handed it over to bro, let him do his thing. I'm gonna continue to do that to him. He's always welcome and open to the platform. Brings another element, and this is a guy that walked through the storm of prison. You feel me? And went through what he went through, made it to the other side, is now free, successful with many different business ventures going. But the next time we come back and pull up on this round table, he's gonna be here and we're gonna get it in and I will have those questions ready for bro. You feel me?
Yeah. 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 Don't let me run shit. I'm scatterbrained. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey,
All
but
right.
yeah, man, we're gonna get ready to get up out of here. You got any departing words, Face, before we end this out?
What he say? Hey, creep. I used to work with a homie from Do Rock and older head named Rick. Nah, man, just yeah, like I say, I let's get into these stories little by little, man. You know, I'm finna go on my live and see if I can finish
Okay.
telling one of these stories, and then we'll get popping next time.
All right, for sure, man. Hey, we're
And
gonna we're
thank you
gonna
for having
definitely
me
get
on
this
your
out the way
shit, man,
again,
because
though.
you know how to do it and I don't. Yeah, thank you for having me on here because you know how to do it and I don't.
For sure, for sure. Hey, always, Brody. Hey, but to the roundtable family, man, thank you all for tapping in. I appreciate you all, man, for always showing up when I ask you to do so, man. It's an absolute pleasure to be able to come get it in with y'all doing these lives and bring friends like this on to give you a piece of them, their testimony, you feel me, and give you part of their story. And we're gonna continue to do that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We celebrate successes here at the roundtable. But we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. Y'all take care, y'all stay safe. Let the people that's in your life know that you love and appreciate them while you can, while they're here, because tomorrow is promised to none of us. You feel me? On that note, y'all take care, stay safe. Till the next time we meet at this round table, man. I love all y'all. Triple gang.